Hey guys, what's up? Russ here. Today I'm finally doing something I've been wanting to do or meaning to do for a long time now, and that is a review series on classic X-Men. About, maybe 2 years ago now, the Jackson Roy Kirk was kind enough to AOK me a huge run of classic X-Men. I believe there's like 70 something issues that he sent me. And ever since then, I've been wanting to get into them and read them and do this review series. Like 2 years later, I'm finally doing that. So I'm going to shoot for one of these a week. I don't know if I can stick to that schedule, but I'm going to try. Let's get this thing started. Now, originally going into it, I just assumed that this was going to be like a page-for-page reprint of Giant Size X-Men 1. It's not that. In fact, I have a facsimile of Giant Size X-Men 1 here to kind of compare these side by side as I go through on this review. Let's get started. Alright, trying a new setup on these reviews because I want the books to be the main focus and not my ugly mug. So starting out, like the first page, you can see the difference between how it is. Now, if I counted right, only 10 pages, I could be off by a page or two, but only 10 pages of Classic X-Men 1 is taken from Giant Size X-Men 1. And the rest is new stories and new art, which I thought was awesome. Let me move this aside for a second. I believe the cover is R. Adams. But getting into the book here, you see how it starts off with Cyclops just kind of busting in the room. And no visor. Temporarily no powers right here. And then it just kind of kicked back in for him. Hopefully this is focused well. But obviously Professor X helps them. Gets the visor back on, and it's business as normal here. Now, most of the pages in this book, like I said, I believe it's only 10 taken from Giant Size X-Men 1, and the rest is added new stories, which I think is really cool. That's awesome they did that instead of just doing straight reprints for these classic books. But I believe the 8 pages or so are just like recruitment pages, Nightcrawler, Wolverine here. Then it jumps into Storm. It really took Giant Size X-Men 1 and just summarized it a great deal. And one thing, I can't remember if I mentioned or not, but there are no ads in this first issue. I'm not sure if all the issues are like that. But again, there's Storm. We have Colossus being recruited. So it really just summarizes it a lot instead of just being like a straight up reprint. I definitely recommend reading these if you haven't checked out Classic X-Men. They're not just straight reprints. Definitely worth a read. I love that they added the new stories to these. And I can't recommend it enough, man. If you're an X-Men fan or collector, definitely check out this classic series. We have Jean and Cyclops. Going back to Nightcrawler and the kind of the new team trying to get along with the old team. And the old team kind of made out to be like a little bit of jerks in this, especially the character of Angel. He just kind of comes and attacks Wolverine like out of nowhere while he's trying to, back on Jean a little bit. And he's kind of getting into it with Storm a little here. Then he kind of, he starts like flirting with Storm pretty heavily. And like I said, like out of nowhere, just like attacks Wolverine. So of course Wolverine flips, man. He's going to like go berserk on him. And the situation kind of gets diffused there. And he goes back to talking with Jean. And then we have Jean at the end talking to Professor X, talking about leaving. And of course, the professor tells her she always has a place when she wants to come back. But that's how the issue ends. We have this great art here of Giant Size X-Men 1 on the back page, or on the back interior page. And the backs of these books are all added original art, I believe. This wasn't taken from like a panel or anything. The artist just made new back covers for all these issues. Another awesome detail that I really liked. So again, even if you've read Giant Size X-Men 1, pick up Classic X-Men 1 and give it a read. I really think you'll like it, and you'll notice the differences like right away in the story. Like if I was giving it a rating out of 5, I would definitely give it 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed reading the first issue, and I can't wait to get into the second and the third and so on in this review series. Alright, that's it for this one. Again, I'm going to shoot for one of these reviews per week, but I don't know if I could stick with that because me and schedules don't really work out. Took me like 2 years to finally do this first issue. So we'll see. The episodes will happen when they happen. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it 9,000.
What did you say his power level is?